travel. So this summer I'm going to the south of France, and I'm going to take a 1-week class of windsurf. And I'm super excited about that. I have took 2 classes of windsurf in the past, which was amazing. And after that, during holidays, I have rented windsurf for maybe 2 times. Yeah, 2 times. And the first time, I did great. It was great. And the second time, I did terrible. And it was maybe because, like, you know, of the wind and stuff. But it was probably just me really being not good. I remember that day I spent more time in the water than the fish. So this year, during that week, we are going to get some solid skills. And yeah, I always wanted to learn windsurf since I was a kid. I remember during summer we used to go in the mountains and in this lake, and I would spend like it's actually my best childhood memories. Like, I had a inflatable boat with paddles, and I was basically spending all day living my adventures on that lake. And I remember crossing paths with the windsurfers. They were so cool. So yeah, I always wanted to learn windsurf since I'm a little kid, and we are doing that this year. And I don't know what you think, guys, but I have a friend and he's making fun of me because, like, I'm obsessed with windsurf, and for him it's such like an old school sport, like such a 70s sport. He's a kite surfer, so yeah, I think that's way more trendy now and more cool, but yeah, that's what I want to do this year. And after that week, I'm going a little bit higher in France to do a week in the mountains, to do some hiking, which I love. And for me, like, it's a great summer is a summer when I have been able to do some, you know, aquatic activities, and also seen some mountains and do some hiking, you know, being in the forest and stuff. And that's why I really love, for example, the north of Italy, because you have like amazing mountains, and you have also beautiful lakes. Like, I went to the Lago di Como, the lake of Como, and the Lago del Guarda, I think they call that. So yeah, you can easily do both some aquatic stuff and some mountains in north of Italy. So yeah, but this year I'm staying in France. Last year I was in Portugal. I did my first solo trip in Portugal, which was awesome. I met some great people. It was so cool. And I also went to Morocco. I went to Marrakesh and to Essaouira. But yeah, last year it was like a lot of planes, you know, travel. And yeah, this year, like, I wanted to kind of regulate my carbon footprint. So this year I'm taking the train to go on holiday. The second topic I wanted to talk about is moving out. I'm leaving like the flat I'm in right now to another one. construction, so you don't exactly know when you are going to be able to move in. They told me it was probably between September and November. You know, I never thought I would buy like a new construction, but this one, it had like everything I wanted. A great neighborhood. It's a last floor. It will have some big windows, very luminous, with a terrace or a balcony, but big enough, you know, to have like a table and stuff. So yeah, that's a big move, and I'm going to prepare that during this summer. The next subject I want to talk about is that I'm going to take some time to see my family this summer. I don't live really near them. I grew up in Alsace, which is at the border, the German border and the Swiss border, and we are quite far at the moment, so yeah, I will take 1 week to go see them, and also see some friends that are still there. And yeah, which is great is that they are near the mountains, so I will get some extra hiking, which is super cool. And also my little sister, she has a little dog, and he is like very energetic, and he's a great companion to, yeah, I can, you know, go run with him, or I can do some hiking with him, like it's my adventure partner when I'm there, and yeah, it's great. And also last Christmas I have offered to my nephews, I have 2 of them. I don't know if you say nephew for a girl, but yeah, it's a girl and a boy, and yeah, they are adults now, but yeah, like last Christmas I offered them a day to do speleology, so we are going to do that, the 3 of us, with a instructor. So it's going to be an entire day underground, and yeah, like, yes, visiting, doing some speleology. I chose a formula that is quite sporty. Yeah, because I told the instructor that they are young, and yeah, that it can be a little bit difficult. I hope I hope they are going to be okay. But yeah, I hope there will be like some, you know, narrow spaces to go through and stuff. I hope it's going to be a little bit challenging. And this instructor, I chose him because when they were younger, I brought them to go to do some canyoning with him, and it was absolutely great. They were quite young, like the youngest. I think he was maybe, I don't know, 9 or 8, and he was really like reassuring, and they felt safe enough to do like some crazy jumps in the river, like 7 meters high jumps, but like for kids that's a lot, because like there were like so many rocks also and stuff. But yeah, it was like such a great day. So we are seeing him again this year, and now like they are adults, so yeah, the first time was 8 years ago. It's crazy. And yeah, like I've never done speleology, but I always wanted to do watch, you know, like there is a horror movie about speleology. What was the name? I think it was something like The Descent, but I don't want to say something stupid. I will check that, but I think, yeah, it can be fun to, to put us in the mood. Yeah, and since I'm not there that much anymore, I like to offer them for Christmas, you know, some activities to do together, so we can create like some cool memories. The next topic I wanted to talk about is festivities and parties. It's quite general, but during summer there is so much things to do to have a great time, and there is so many festivities. You have music festivals if you like that, and I really enjoy to go to a music festival. It's really fun. I went to one 2 weeks ago. It's a small one, but it's in front of the beach, and yeah, it's super cool. And we had nice weather and stuff, so it was perfect. And like during summer in France, we have la fête de la musique, which I could translate by like the party of the music. Like, it doesn't really translate well, but it's a specific day. I think it's the first day of summer. In all the country, you have, in every city, every village, you have like a little concerts everywhere, and so you can just walk and enjoy some music along the way, and yeah, spend some time with your friends, family, or by yourself and enjoy some concerts. And yeah, it's such a great festivity here. If you like soccer, it's currently the Europa League right now. When I'm shooting this, France has just like won the match against Belgium, and yeah, like it's a great opportunity to have a great time and a great party if you like soccer. What else? In June, I think it's Pride Month, so there is a lot of festivities across the country for that. And yeah, to be honest, I used to be quite a little bit a party animal. I used to like go out a lot, but now since lockdown, me and my friends, we are a lot more chill, you know. But yeah, so just generally I'm going to go out and have some great time, because it's such a festive season. And that brings me to the next subject, which is the Olympics. Because yeah, this year the Olympics are happening in Paris, so I really want to go. I think, yeah, it's maybe like once in a lifetime that you have the Olympics in your country, so I'm quite excited about that. And I'm trying to convince one of my friends. She is a power lifter, and I want to bring her to see some powerlifting competition in the Olympics, but we are going to go see the Paralympics, not the Olympics, the Paralympics, during like September. And yes, I don't have my tickets yet, but there is like many tickets left for the Paralympics, and yeah, I think also it's important to support those athletes. They deserve the same say. So yeah, super excited to do that. Okay, so last category I want to talk about is food and drinks. There is two specific things that I enjoy during summer in this category. Is first of all, I love ice cream, but I am extremely picky, so I'm only eating maybe 2 flavors, and yeah, and they are not that easy to find everywhere, so it makes it even better when I found them somewhere. So the first flavor is Fior di Latte. I don't think, yeah, you have to translate that. It's Fior di Latte. So good, but I have a hard time to find it in France. So yeah, that's kind of my pleasure. Each time I see like someone selling ice cream, I look if they have this flavor. And the other one that is quite more common and easy to find is yogurt. But Fior di Latte is the absolute best. And that's also why I really like to go to Italy, because they obviously have the best gelato, and I find Fior di Latte very more easily there. So here is that. And the second one is a like simple cocktail. So I'm not saying you should drink alcohol at all, please don't. But I have simple taste. My go-to is a gin tonic with, great gin, but with cucumbers, slices of cucumbers in it. It is so good. It's so refreshing. And I think if you don't drink alcohol, you can just put cucumber in tonic and it will be quite the same. And yeah, like that's my go-to for all summer. And recently I have found a new barista, and he does that thing. So he does gin tonic, but he puts sureau in it. Let me check the word in English for sureau. Sureau in English. The word is elderberry. So he puts elderberry in his gin tonic, and it's delicious because it's a little bit sweet, so it cuts off the bitterness of the tonic, and yeah, it's so refreshing. I need to try this at home. But yeah, great recipe, and yeah, the only thing is it's so good that when I'm at this bar, like I drink really too fast, since like you don't have the bitterness, that kind of stops you at certain point. Like I drink that really too fast, so be careful with that. And yeah, last thing before I finish this video, I had like quite some requests, like to show my face, but to be honest, I kind of like this framing. It's kind of unique, but yeah, here we go very quickly.